Well. Jim Irsay knows how to keep his name in social media. He went on ranting about after the victory post game. He usually after the Colts loses a game, he usually goes hiding or gets in that golf cart and goes missing into the abyss and just tweets out emojis after everything. Or like if you fire somebody, he'll tweet an emoji or anything. But this time, after the victory against the Las Vegas Raiders, he had a few things to say, and I have it here on my cellular device. So, Jim Irsay tweets at 4:08 p.m. After the Sunday game against the Raiders. He tweets. He said, "All you critics criticize all of us in the NFL for losing. When we make moves to win, you act so righteous. Who you crapping? Just win, baby. Football emoji pieces. Deuces sign." So, I'm trying to figure out and break down what he means by this. He criticized all of us. You criticize all of us in the NFL for losing. When we make moves to win. To be fair, I think he's talking about the Frank Reich firing and the Jeff Saturday hiring. I think he means by, I guess he thinks he made the right move by hiring Jeff Saturday after this win when we almost lost this game, just to point out. That move is still skeptical when you think about it. Like, we know Saturday, the person, and who he can be moving forward and what he can mean to the locker room. He's an inspiration. He's a locker room guy. He's a team player. He's a player's coach, and that's what you would want in the locker room. But I feel like Frank White was the same thing. Offensive minded and all these things. But, I guess you can give Irsay the win for this situation, even though the Raiders are ranked the worst defense in the NFL. So if you didn't win that game, would you have tweeted that? Would you have tweeted something like this if we would have lost? I think, Stephon Gilmore bailing out the Colts to win this game. I don't think you should give you that type of ammo to go out there and start, saying, "Oh, I was right." Just giving the, "Oh, I did the right thing," or whatever, yada, yada. Because I don't think this turns around the season yet. We still got a long way to go. And we got a lot of tough opponents still in the future for the Colts schedule. So if we win next week, then you can, I'll accept this, this pat on the back, the self-credit. I'll do that. But as of right now, we just beat the worst ranked defense in the NFL. And we still almost lost that game. I don't think now is the time to be, trying to, boost your ego. Even though it makes sense because we won. I understand that. I'm happy that we won the game too. I think it was a great thing. We've seen some things we haven't seen all season from this victory. And it makes perfect sense. So, looking at it from the retrospective, the offensive line played better. Jonathan Taylor played better. The defense, they do what they do. That's nothing new here on that side. But the offense, I think that was the biggest question moving forward. And, they had their moments. And they definitely looked like they were a little bit more engaged than what it was prior to that. But for sure, I don't think right now would be the time to tweet that. I think after next week, if we beat the Eagles, that's when you'll say something like that. For sure. But like I said, the Saturday hire was still a question of what's going on with the Colts, or why would you do something like that when you had other people available. But for the offensive coordinator, Parks Frazier part, I think it opened a new dynamic to the offense. So I will give you credit for that. The Parks Frazier move was a good one for sure, because it definitely brings you a different dynamic and a different outlook on how your offense will look moving forward, because he knows a few things that we don't know. He's the analytics guy. He knows a few perks of what you might want to do. Being aggressive in certain plays and switching in and out of reads, moving forward. If you see something in the first half, you lock up and adjust it in the second half, and you have the analytics to help you out as well in that department. But I think that was a great move, putting Park Frazier in that position, because it gives him a different type of position. It gives him like a higher role on the Colts offensive side, even though he was already put in a specific position with the analytics department before he got promoted. But I think this gives him a little bit more credit than what you usually are giving him credit for, if that makes sense. So I do agree with you on the Parks Frazier part. But the Jeff Saturday hire and everything is still a question till this day. Like I said, this one win is a 1-0 thing for us moving forward. But I think if you give us another W and we go on a win streak, then we can give you credit, Irsay. We can give you credit after that. But until then, let's just go ahead and take this W moving forward. Let's just go ahead and worry about next week. We don't need to go sit on our high horses and start pointing fingers like, I was right. We don't need to do that. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Irsay's, tweet after the victory. Let me know if he was right with the Saturday hire, or is it too early to tell? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.